Just say you love me. Let me hear the words.
Why must you use sex to express hostility?
I'm not being hostile.
You're kissing me.
Because I love you. You know, when we got married, you didn't tell me you had a problem with intramarital sex.
We have people coming.
Well, at least someone's coming in this house.
You're being hostile again, Don. You know my father withheld love for me.
I'm not asking you to have sex with your father.
I've been encouraging you to see my analyst so that she can explain these things to you. You know, I think we should leave the drapes sort of open tonight because we have such a lovely country view, but not too open because I don't want our guests to have a look at Mrs. Folsom. I don't want them to see Mrs. Folsom parading around the house naked. If we had known about her, I would have asked the realtor to knock a few thousand off the price of the house.
You know, I have met your analyst. She won't even talk to me. She withholds respect from me.
Well,
oh, God.
When she was getting her doctorate, a professor at Cambridge withheld respect for her. And he looked a lot like you. You'd have to speak to her analyst to get the whole story, but her analyst withholds communications from everybody because her mother didn't encourage her to speak until she was 7. She was a mute until then, but she has a brilliant mind.
I don't want a history of your analysts.
The history of the world is a history of analysts, Don. I'm sure of that. There are in this world great men and the couches they lie down upon. Now, why did I say great men? I'm so gendered.
I think that there are people in the world with real problems, Ella. I think that these people can't even afford analysts. Do you think kids in Bosnia seek psychotherapy?
We're not kids in Bosnia, Donovan. We're upwardly mobile adults who are carving out a place for ourselves in society. And our society is as painful to us as Somalian society is to Somalians. Now, we're going to have a great party, and the guest of honor will be Gil Rand. And when everyone sees that I'm friends with the author of Bethlehem Burns, they'll realize that I've made it, that I'm really a part of high society, that I eat at Dorsia, and just yesterday I had lunch with Charlie Rose, who sadly can't make it tonight.
Aww.
I know! I'm tired of meeting people at other people's parties, Don, like Norman Mailer showing up at Ed Caruso's place.
Yeah, well, Gil Rand is no Norman Mailer.
Whatever. Mailer's last book wasn't too good.
You didn't even read Mailer's last book.
I don't read books, I'm in book marketing. I read reviews and blurbs by other authors, and I write ad copy. No one really reads Mailer anyway, they just read about him and talk like they read him.
No, I don't think that's true.
You're stifling me.
I'm not stifling you. I just think you happen to be wrong about people not reading books. Oprah reads books, and a lot of people read that Chicken Coop for the Soul.
It's like I can't even have my own opinion.
Well, you can. But you were stating a fact, and you were stating it incorrectly.
Well, what do you know about books anyway, Mr. Lawyer? Mr. Lawyer who misses the soul of literature because he's so caught up in his brain. You miss the soul, Don. You don't know anything about a novel's soul.
Well, you'd have to read the book to know that.
You're just like my father.
I'm not like your father.
I did read a book, Don. I read Bethlehem Burns.
Gil Rand.
Yes, that's right. And I read the part where the woman gets raped by the man who she didn't like until he rapes her, and she realizes, I love this man. That's a real man who gets what he wants and knows about the power of the individual. But you couldn't even rape a fly!
Do you need your Prozac?
Yes, please. With a value?
One Happy Meal coming right up.
Don,
Yes?
how come I've never met your analyst? You don't really know another person until you meet their analyst.
I don't have an analyst.
But you have so many issues.
I think our marriage might be broken. Who wouldn't use the bell?
Which one of our friends would show up 10 minutes early instead of 20 minutes fashionably late? It has to be Edward.
Yeah, it has to be Edward. Maybe we should make him wait outside until it's fashionable for him to come in.
I don't want him to accidentally see Mrs. Folsom naked.
From the way he's knocking, I'd say Mrs. Folsom is naked in plain view. He's positively frightened to get inside.
Is this the home of Ella and Donovan Curlick?
Who are you? Don, I think there's a Jehovah's Witness at the door.
Impossible. This is a gated community.
I am Death. Here's my card.
It says Death. Death Esquire. Death Esquire, are you a lawyer?
Just an ambulance chaser.
Were you invited, sir?
I am rarely invited.
Don, is this one of your friends from the office, maybe? Mr. Death Esquire?
No. No, it's not one of my friends.
I have only one friend.
The devil?
God?
Jack Kevorkian. He's the only one who invites me anywhere.
Yes. Well, he won't be here. This is to be a non-controversial party.
Yes, that's right. We don't have any suicide doctors in our circle. We have a tobacco lobbyist, a pro-gun lobbyist, a chemical researcher for Dow, a friend into land development and manufacturing in Central America, and some Hollywood types, but not one involved with death. I'm afraid you have the wrong house.
That's what they all say. That Mrs. Folsom sure could use a tan.
I should close the drapes.
Leave the drapes.
You know, Death, you should know, I think, that we're both young and healthy. I jog 3.2 miles every morning. I eat wheat-based cereals, and I don't smoke at all. I eat cancer-resistant foods like broccoli. It's secondhand smoke, isn't it? That's what's killing me. I'm going to murder Phil.
Really? Do you know when? I'd like to pencil that in if you don't mind.
It's just a figure of speech. I'm not going to kill anybody.
We're very healthy people, unlikely to die soon.
Are you going to invite me in or leave me standing in the doorway?
We would ordinarily invite you in, but you see we're kind of having a party.
And you're kind of like a vampire, right? You have to be verbally invited in before entering, right?
Wrong.
This is horrible. That's death! Did you smell his breath? It's like anchovies and formaldehyde.
He's going to kill us. We're having a party, and he's going to kill us. A character in Gil Rand's novels would never die willingly. They would fight.
Yes, well, Gil Rand writes about lifeless characters with nothing to lose. I'm terrified, and I like being alive.
Are you going to offer me a drink?
Certainly, your highness, your lowness, your deafness. Whiskey sour?
Don, stop sniveling.
Perrier. I can't drink alcohol.
You can't drink alcohol?
I'm in recovery.
I'm in recovery.
I lead a hard life.
Oh, honey, me too, me too. Don, get Death Perrier.
With the twist of lime?
Come sit down. I was once addicted to Valium, but then I got on Prozac. And have you tried Prozac?
Prozac is for pussies. You want something good?
What is it?
I'm not sure. I found it next to Jim Morrison's bathtub.
Maybe later. You poor dear.
I'm often very depressed.
Ella wasn't boring you with tales of Valium addiction, was she?
I was.
She got her own prescription, took a pill, decided she liked it. That's it, end of story.
You always minimize my tragedies.
I've seen so many tragedies in my life. Death. Whatever.
It's important to know a person's tragedies. I always say you don't really know a person until you know their analyst.
That's why I feel close to you. I know your analyst.
You know Dr. Schopenhausen?
I met her last Thursday. She's a delightful woman, very intelligent and insightful. Your Monday appointment has been canceled, by the way.
No one's called me about that.
They haven't found the body yet.
That's just morbid. Listen, you can't kill anyone in this house. I want you to go. Oh, God, please stop, you're making me scared.
Is he always such a whiner? I thought you were exaggerating to Dr. Schopenhausen, but he really is a whiner.
You told that woman I'm a whiner?
What do you care? The woman's dead now. Besides, she was deeply attracted to you.
She was.
She couldn't express her desire to have an affair with you because her father's best friend was withholding his desire to have an affair with her sister, who wanted to have an affair with her husband, but her husband was basically impotent with anyone with a college degree.
She wanted to have an affair with my husband?
Life is so stupid and convoluted.
I couldn't agree more. I should have dressed more formal. I'm sorry.
You're going to kill someone. You said you had work to do.
Take someone. I prefer take.
Which one of us are you here for? Is it the both of us?
Do you always just show up early and hang around?
I know. We're already dead. That's it, isn't it? You know, I thought I saw a long tunnel with a light at the end of it early today.
That was the Holland Tunnel!
Relax. You're not dead.
I can be a man about this.
Yeah, right.
Just give me a minute. I just want to tell my lovely wife that through everything, from the time that we first met at the Library of Columbia, to the time that we first kissed at the Library of Columbia, to the time that we made love in the Library of Columbia, to the time we got caught making love at the Library of Columbia, to the judge who arraigned us and helped us to elope, that I love you. I have since we met, and I will always love you. And that being said, I can face what's coming.
Don, that's so nice.
And you love me too.
You know I can't say the words. I'm too damaged. My father...
Honey, Dad is drinking Perrier in our living room.
He took my analyst. I'm distraught.
You can't take me when my own wife won't say she loves me.
Stop whining.
My
I've
life-
seen worse.
But it's so hard.
I was really getting somewhere with my analyst, and now she's gone.
You've been going for 3 years.
I could almost say I love you while hypnotized.
Company.
Hey! Ellen, you look great. Hey, who's the stiff? Ellen, you should have told me this was a costume party. I would have brought a different girl. Just kidding, hon. Now that's comedy. Have something to eat. Listen up, guy. The uniform's hard.
Ha ha.
What do you do, fella? I'm in television. Look like yours can make a fortune. I see you in a sitcom. Bonnie, what do you think? Should I put him on television with some wacky neighbors? Maybe a bitchy wife? Are you an actor? Leave him alone, Eddie!
I have played many roles in my time. I've appeared in many forms. As a plague of locusts in the Middle Eastern desert. As a legion of Roman soldiers, again in a Middle Eastern desert. As a fleet of high-powered jet bombers, again in a Middle Eastern desert. I like that place.
Leave him alone, Edward. He's creeping me out.
Creepy as money, Bonnie. We could do a horror sitcom for the youth market.
Eddie used to write these funny, sad little stories. He used to be very talented and original.
I make money. I have parties with Norman Mailer.
Your life has turned into the complete opposite of your youthful dreams.
I'm getting something to drink. Bonnie, you want something to drink?
Oh, yes, I want something to drink.
You are Bonnie Sinclair.
You know me.
I haven't come for her.
Where do you know me from? Who are you?
They actually wouldn't mind if you died. They see you as a symbol of Edward's sold-out life. They were all idealists once. The 3 of them, when they were in school, had such dreams.
You want me dead.
Now, Bonnie, we don't want anybody dead. Have a drink and a rip off the bong in a bedroom and just calm down.
Your friends are real jerks, Eddie.
You know, Bonnie, I like your newspaper column so much that I'm going to give you some unsolicited advice.
I don't take unsolicited advice. I just give it.
You were once a very good journalist. You won't be happy until you return to your calling.
Eddie's the sellout. Why don't you give him your advice? Bedroom?
Eddie can't change. Television has destroyed his mind.
I heard that. I'll have you know, there's a lot of good stuff on television.
But you don't produce any of it.
Uh-oh. You know what, guy? I won't make you a star anymore. Ready? That's death, Eddie! Get the fuck out of here, Death. No, he's really deaf. He's here for... We're not sure why he's here. You invited Death to the party?
No, he just sort of walked in.
Shit. You really deaf? Gosh, I hope there's no hard feelings, you know. I'll put you on TV. Really, anything you want. We could do celebrity deathbed interviews.
I'm already on TV.
Yeah, news doesn't count.
Ella, the house looks fabulous. Oh, honey, the traffic was backed up for miles. We had to pull off the highway in the crummiest neighborhood, and I was like, I just know we're going to get a flat tire and have to stop and get out of the car and just, well, die. That was that.
I tired of the rich person's flat tire in a poor neighborhood scam years ago.
Does anyone else smell anchovies? Whew. Malcolm? Whew.
He came from Malcolm. He took Malcolm.
Let go, our friend Malcolm!
He's not breathing!
I didn't do anything to him.
Oh, sure.
Baby, wait.
What are you blaming me for?
Now, who else would we blame?
It's because I'm black, isn't it? You're all a bunch of racists.
It's not because you're black. It's because you are the fucking Grim Reaper. Who knows CPR?
I didn't kill him. I'm as surprised as any of you.
You're a murderer!
It's my job, man.
Do
Why don't you
something,
get over here and do some
Stop arguing and help him. Baby, I don't know what to do. Please don't go towards the light. Honey,
Look, I know CPR.
Don't look at your friend! Why would that do CPR?
no way.
Because sometimes I screw up and pick the wrong person. CPR is like whiteout in my trade.
Oh, God.
He hit his head and fainted.
Are you all right?
Oh my God, did I do that? Oh, man.
On the couch. Oh, my God.
I've seen you before,
Of course you have.
when I was working as an EMT.
In what sense, in your current practice as a plastic surgeon?
Did I give you a facelift?
You gave me a facelift patient. Oh, right and rest.
Everyone's here, except for Gil Rand. Is that who you came for?
Gilrand isn't coming. I met him on the way.
Gilran isn't coming.
Oh, shit.
So, this is your gathering. 6 rich white people. Are these all your friends in the world?
We have other friends. They were just at a party with Diane Sawyer and Henry Kissinger. They got all the good guests tonight. All we had was Gilran. You fucking killed him. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
Morrison pill?
Yes, please.
Why don't you go to the other party? Why can't you just leave us alone?
Why would they need death when they got Kissinger? Man was one of my best agents once.
I cannot take this anymore. If you're here to take one of us, or whatever it is you do, then do it! Don, whoa! Shut up, man. Don't push him.
Yeah, Don, I'm in no hurry.
Take me, end the pain and hurt of my life.
You don't have any pain and hurt. You wouldn't know pain and hurt if it hit you in the face and it hurt.
He's right. You are very privileged.
How dare you?
All of you had it so easy. You were brought up by rich families, given great educations, and had every chance to follow your once noble dreams. But Donovan gave up his life as an activist. He never joined the Peace Corps. Eddie produces bad television. Bonnie writes an advice column about celebrity gossip. Really, Bonnie? You wouldn't even know that every celebrity in Hollywood would give it all up for the chance to raise a family on a ranch in Montana? Is Ella involved with politics? Not anymore. She's only self-involved these days. And Rebecca? Well, you never really had any dreams because you're one shallow little bitch.
Hey, death is right. Edward, you treat me like a toy. Show me off at parties like a piece of jewelry just because I have.
Huge honking gazongas?
Yeah, well, you use me for the showbiz gossip I provide. That puts more food on your table, more cars in your garage, and more clips in that piece of shit Parade magazine than you'll ever deserve, you little...
Fuck you, Edward.
I'm not shallow.
Bonnie, wait! What a happy party.
I'm getting out of here.
I'm not shallow. Ella's shallow. I'll bring Sautra.
I'm not shallow.
Bonnie, Edward's a great guy.
Maybe he used to be.
Edward is caring and loving and wonderful.
He used to write those funny, sad little stories.
He was an inspiration to all of us.
Puckett, I'm getting out of here. Ella, when you have a party, it's considered unfashionable to invite the specter of our mortality.
We should all leave. It's ridiculous that we stay here with death lurking around. Plus, he smells.
Nice. Very good.
The door is stuck.
The door's stuck. Yes, the door's stuck.
Once, there was a merchant in Baghdad who went to the marketplace and was jostled by an old woman. But when he turned, he saw it was I who jostled him. And I stared at him while he stared at me. And he took it for a threatening gesture on my part. So he went home, got on his horse, and rode to Samara, where he thought he'd be safe from me. Well, his wife came to the marketplace to confront me. She asked me why I'd given her husband a threatening look, and I told her I wasn't threatening him. I was just surprised to see him in Baghdad, as I was supposed to be and meet him in Samara the next morning.
Oh, I can't take this.
Do you get it?
No.
The moral's that you can't escape me!
To be confronted with death, the eternal sleep, the loss of consciousness, everything that is me, that makes me who I am. I need my mind, I need my soul fully functioning. I love life, I love everything. I'm experiencing a spree. I'm experiencing with the French concert. I don't know what. I want to rock and roll all night and party every day. I want to...
I'm not shallow. I read poetry.
And I can't die. I have to be in LA on Monday for a story conference. I can't die.
And I'm not shallow.
Well, of course you're not, sweetie.
And I love Ella. You what? I know all this. This party. Gil ran, Ella. I know it's an attempt to impress me. Now, Eddie. And I've been carousing with tarts when all I really wanted was you. But you got married, and I started writing for television.
Oh, Eddie, it's wonderful programming.
It's crap.
It is crap. Complete shit.
Maybe you're not so shallow.
I'm not shallow.
You know, I don't even know you. You've got so long to live I haven't even looked into you.
Ella, you're not gonna fall for Eddie's bullshit, are you?
I love you, Bonnie.
I love your show about the two white guys who have to live in an apartment building full of black guys and have to pretend to be black to live there.
That show is racist.
It's not racist.
It's called Blackface Buddies.
I love television. I love all the shows, especially the talk shows.
Honey, what are you saying? I've given up everything good about myself for my stupid practice. Giving people surgery they don't even need. I used to save lives. I used to battle with death.
I was glad to see you leave emergency medicine. You were a formidable opponent.
I was? Really?
Really?
Death is trying to teach you something, honey.
I'm getting out of here. And if I haven't said this already, fuck you, Eddie!
You didn't bring a car.
I'll call a cab on my cell phone.
Of course, you'll be hit by that cab.
Then it was her.
Nah, I was kidding. That'd kill me.
I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go down to the hospital and volunteer myself to the ER. And then I want to lose my stupid practice and get a job as a real doctor.
I love you, Eddie.
How can you say you love him? You can't say you love me. That's obvious. Death is here for me. I smoke. I drink. I do more cocaine than a Colombian mountain climber. And obviously, he hates me.
Eddie never tried to improve me. He never made me read books. He never filled my head with garbage about the environment.
If I hadn't married you, I could have joined Greenpeace like I planned. I could be doing environmental law instead of corporate law.
You're so shallow. Now that's shallow.
She is right, Con. I mean, come on, you are shallow. You can change your life. You can do whatever you want. And you only have yourself to blame if you don't. I'm going to the ER.
I'll go with you, honey. I'll wait up for you.
This has been such a great party. I feel so alive.
Do you need a Prozac?
Thank you, no.
Thanks, Ella. It's been fun.
And I will see you again.
Until our next encounter.
Come on, baby.
Don, since I'm going to die anyway, I might as well say it. Me and Ella have been having an affair.
Oh, Don, I'm so sorry.
Don, you're a good friend and I'm sorry. Take him! He's the sinner!
I don't care who sins.
We're in love. I can't watch this. She's pregnant, Eddie!
He moves me.
I have to move you! You haven't moved in 5 years! You just lay there like a bagel! Oh, God!
So it's down to us, St. Death. The two adulterous fiends get it right between the eyes.
I don't care about your adulteries. I don't care about your sins. I have no values.
You lie. You make fun of us because we're rich and because you don't think our problems are important. But you slaughter the poor by the thousands every day. And now you're bored of that, so you come after us. It isn't fair. You're a dictator, a war criminal, one of those people they talk about on CNN. Except you're not a person, you're just the embodiment of everything we fear. And sure, our lives are crap. And don't try to tell me other people's lives are crappy because I don't care. My life is crappy enough, thank you very much. It's crap fluid, in fact. I've been fucking 2 men for 3 years and haven't had one orgasm. You're just here to make everything worse and I hate you. I hate you, just let me bother.
I have no values whatsoever.
Do your worst. They say death is like an orgasm, and I'm sure you're just as overrated.
This is the pistol I would have used on whaling ships if I followed my dreams instead of you, Ella.
Honey, put that toy away. You're not the kind of man who uses a gun to fight for his woman. Some men are heroes like in Gil Rand novels, but you're just a pussy like in Douglas Copeland novels.
What are you doing?
Helping you out.
Undoubtedly. Got her. Well, I'm off.
Mrs. Folsom? That was Mrs. Folsom?
I shot Mrs. Folsom?
There are going to be.
Ramifications. I hate ramifications. This is bad press. This is where bad press comes from. This is horrible. This is why people go to jail. There'll be police.
And questions.
And there's a dead woman.
And it's our fault.
No! It's his fault. Death is to blame. You came here for her. You can't leave us holding the bag.
Well, it can't arrest death.
That's not fair.
But it is funny. Because now you all have real problems.